Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Haley, I run the blog Hannah Homemade, and today I'm so excited to be sharing with you my first ever Azure Standard order. If you guys are in the gardening or homesteading kind of community, you probably know what Azure Standard is, but if you don't, or if you're just curious what I got, or if you're a first time orderer, I'm going to be walking you through this entire process and sharing everything that I picked up at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. If you are new here and you haven't hit that subscribe button, I would love to have you be a part of this community. I share all things gardening, homemaking, DIYs, thrifting, antiquing, all the things. And I'm starting to dip my toes into homesteading and hopefully cooking. I'm much more of a baker. I like to bake bread and that sort of thing, but I'm learning. My mom's been teaching me a lot, and I would love to start sharing some things with you guys. So yeah, if that's of interest to you, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you be a part of this community that we've built here on YouTube. Before I get into how to place an order, all the things that I got, I want to tell you a little bit about Azure first. In case you haven't ever heard of them, they're a company that sells bulk items that are higher quality ingredients for a lower price than what you can typically find at your local retail shops. It's a once a month thing, so you place your order and then once a month you pick it up. One thing I love about Azure too is that it gives me access to things that I don't normally have. I live in a rural area. I'm from Mississippi. I live 45 minutes from the nearest grocery store, and most of those grocery stores don't have products that are organic or raw, like raw cream or raw butter. That's just not happening around here. I highly recommend checking them out if that's a situation that you're in. If you're in a scenario like me where you can't get your hands on some of this stuff, they have a really good price for these products. So I'll have a link down below for you guys if you want to check it out. Let me walk you through how you place an order and then what my drop point looked like. So all you have to do to place an order is you put in your zip code on the website and then figure out one that's around you. You can start one if you need to, and basically you just add everything to your cart. It'll give you the week that the pickup's gonna be. So this is partly why I haven't ever done this before, because there's not a set date until later on. I never could find time to take off from work or schedule it when it was during a break, and it happened to fall during our spring break this year. So I wasn't working and I was able to go pick it up. I know it could be different every time, but if it is consistent the way it was this time, I would have had enough time from the email that I got with the date and the time for the pickup to take off work to go pick it up. So I think this is something that I could do without, having to wait for a break to be able to pick up an order. But I think next time around, I'll probably wait till summer before I do another order, and I'll probably place a way bigger bulk order so that I don't have to do a drop or a pickup every single month. Doing new things gives me anxiety sometimes. I know I'm not the only one. So going into this, I just didn't know what to expect. And whenever I put in my zip code and I found the drop that I could go to that was nearest, I reached out to the coordinator and just asked, like, hey, is there anything that I need to know prior to? And she let me know that everybody comes to help unload the truck. That was not something that I expected. When I got there, there was a long line. It was probably 75 to 100 people at this drop point, and I didn't know why everybody was lining up. And I finally asked the lady behind me, and she was like, this is how we unload the truck. Everybody gets something off the truck, and for us, there was split between taking it to another drop point. So we had to load a trailer, or there was names on these little pieces of cardboard and they were lined up, and you just looked at the name on the box and you set it by the name. And it was that simple. It didn't take that long. It took maybe 30 minutes. And she said it normally takes less time than that, but this was one of the biggest orders that they had ever had. And so one by one, everybody goes through the line, and like even the little kids were helping. Most of the men were there to help pick up like the heavier items, but you just find the name that is written on the box and you set it down. And then when everything's done, you can load your car. This is something I wish I hadn't done because of the way our drop point was set up. You couldn't just like pull your car up to your name. Everybody there had wagons and I did not. and my mom had ordered like a big bag of flour, and then I had like 6 pounds of hash browns, and I had another box of like cleaner and stuff, and I was having to carry it one by one to my car. Definitely make sure you reach out to your drop coordinator and see if there's anything that you need to know prior to. Know that you'll probably be there a good 30 to 45 minutes, so set aside time for that. Know that at least where my drop location is, a lot of people help unload, so you're going to be expected to do that. Maybe wear tennis shoes and not like dress shoes or anything like that. Luckily I was in sneakers, so it was also hot that day. It was like 80 degrees, and it's cooler now. It's back down in the 50s and 60s. So I was not dressed appropriately for the weather, and I was sweating so bad. And bring a cooler and bring a wagon if you have a big order. Now, obviously, if you don't have a massive order, it's not a big deal. One more thing I forgot to mention is that if you buy a bunch of single products like I did, they tend to package them all in one big box. Kind of worried because I was like, where's all my stuff? And then when I took it to the car, I did open up the box and everything was in there. Just make sure you have a list of the things that you bought or screenshots on your phone, and double check and make sure that you have everything, because I didn't know that they were all going to be packaged in a single box. So we can now get into all the products that I bought. Now, let me share these 2 books with you guys, because it kind of gives you an idea why I am buying some of the products that I'm buying. I have been, you guys know, if you watch my like laundry detergent video, I try to live a more holistic lifestyle. I'm not perfect, but I am trying to be very smart and conscious about the things that I'm putting on my body, the things that I'm putting in my body. And I mean, a massive part of that is diet and what I eat. So I found out about Weston A. Price probably about a year and a half ago, and I've really been trying to lean into like an ancestral diet and fix a lot of my gut issues that I have. And this is one book that they recommend. This is the Nourishing Traditions book by Sally Fallon. It's a lot about animal fats, polyunsaturated oils, traditional foods that promote digestion, ancient preservation methods, proper way to be eating grains and meats, and we should be eating a nose to tail diet. I wrote a whole blog post about eating nose to tail, and so I will link that down below, and I will also link this book if that's something that you want to check out. I will say, as somebody who has struggled with GI issues for many years, I would say the last 7 or 8 months that I've gotten really serious about cleaning up my diet and the supplements that I take and the foods that I eat. I am in a much better place than I was or have been in a really long time. Another book that I recommend if you are a woman, and specifically if you are hoping to conceive a child one day, Real Food for Fertility by Lily Nichols. She is a registered dietitian. She wrote the book Real Food for Pregnancy that I read before this one came out. And she has a lot in here about macro and micronutrients that you should be eating and foods that you get them from. She actually talks about Weston A. Price's research that he did in this book, and she eats a very traditional diet. So highly recommend these books. Hopefully children are, in our near future, and I've really been working on taking care of myself so that I can hopefully raise healthy kids and have a long and healthy life. As I walk you through all of these things, I'm gonna be putting the price on the screen so that you can see how much I paid for this. The first thing that I picked up, we'll start with the cold stuff because I need to put it back in the fridge, but this is A2A2 Heavy Whipping Cream. I can't get my hands on A2A2 here. A2A2 is supposed to be easier on your stomach, and I thought this would be great to make butter or to make a creamer for my husband's coffee in the morning. Up next is some cheeses. This is mozzarella. All of these are pasture raised and grazed. I thought this would be really great on pizzas. And then I have, you can see we already actually ate a little bit of this. This is jalapeno jack. Once again, grass-fed, pasture raised cheese, a nice aged at least it's been aged at least 60 days. So highly recommend this. This will definitely be in my next order. Next is our organic grass-fed pasture-raised butter. This is supposed to be sea salted, so I'm really excited about that. We've been incorporating really healthy fats into our diet. The next 3 items were the only 3 things that I really bought that were kind of bulk size. Because like I said earlier, I just wanted to try out all the different products first and make sure that I enjoyed them and I liked them. The first thing was hash browns. This is a 5-pound box of hash browns. They came frozen, and I thought this would be really great to add in breakfast burritos. We like to make a bunch of breakfast burritos or egg bites to take to work, and I thought this would be good. Up next is a 5-pound bag of sea salt. We go through so much salt. I typically buy Redmond real salt, but I thought I would give this a try. As long as it's a real salt, I am happy with it. And then the last thing that I've kind of bought in a bulk size was a 32 fluid ounce bottle of maple syrup. I like to use natural sweeteners. And then a 4-ounce glass bottle of vanilla extract. I like to bake, so having vanilla extract on hand is important to me. And then oats, specifically sprouted oats. I like to make oatmeal. Sprouted oats are more easily digestible, so super important when you are trying to source cleaner foods and eat healthier foods, higher quality ingredient foods. Next is this organic soft white wheat berries. I got a flour mill from my mom and my dad for Christmas, and I'm really excited to be making my own flour. Never have done it before. I heard that these were good. I'm gonna try it out. Maybe I'll do a spend the day with me in the kitchen and we can try to make some flour together. I would love to do that with you guys. And so really excited about this. I just started out with a small one because they do have hard white wheat and then they have the soft white wheat. I don't know all the differences between, but I heard that the soft white makes really nice flour. So we'll do that together one day. The last few products that I have to share with you guys are not food ingredients. These are more household and health and wellness type of products. This is the toilet bowl cleaner. I've been trying to get away from fragrance in our house, and this is specifically fragrance free. It smells really clean and really nice, so I'm excited to use that. And this is the stain and odor eliminator. This is also fragrance free. As far as stain remover goes, I recommend the Puracy one. Quit using Shout many years ago, and it works better than Shout ever did. I've shared that in my laundry videos, but this I specifically got because it has plant enzymes in it, and it's supposed to be an odor eliminator. And we have a little puppy dog that sometimes has an accident, and so I wanted to use this on it because the enzymes are supposed to bond with the odor and lift the odor out. And then the last few things on that same vein of trying to get away from fragrance is beeswax candles. I got us some beeswax candles because I do like a nice cozy ambiance, and that gives me the ambiance without, disrupting my endocrine system and potentially harming my fertility and my gut and my overall well-being. And not just mine, but also my animals that are in and out of the house. My husband is something that I'm conscious of as far as kids one day, so very important to me. And then the last thing, if you're watching this, you're probably a woman. If you're not, then this is not going to pertain to you, but I don't care to share this at all because I have gotten questions about this. These are organic cotton penny liners and pads. It's by the brand Nature Care, I think is how you pronounce it. I just picked up a couple of different ones. These were a great price. I typically buy the brand Lola. I used to sell it at Walmart. They don't anymore, so I've just had a subscription with them. I've never considered the things that are in your feminine hygiene products. I highly recommend looking into it. You might be shocked and absolutely floored at the things that are the ingredients that are in your feminine hygiene products that are going in a very sensitive area that shouldn't be there. So I recommend looking into organic cotton products. Like I said, I've always used Lola. I've had a great experience with them. Even some of the things at Walmart, just double check the ingredients, because there are some that market as cleaner that are actually not, but these were great as far as prices go. And I will update you on whether or not I like those. So that is all that I have to share with you guys in today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below if you guys have ever used Azure Standard or done a pickup, and what your favorite thing to get from them is. I need to check into what other things that they have and kind of price out some things to buy in bulk next go around. And I hope you didn't mind me sharing a little bit about the lifestyle choices that we are making in our household and why that is so important. It's something that I'm really passionate about, because I think of myself as like our home economist, and I want to be wise with my money, but I want to make sure that I'm fueling my body and my husband's body. And so I hope that it either inspires you to look into it and, you know, learn about all the things that maybe you're putting on your body or you're fueling your body with. And I hope if it is something that you already do, if you already kind of monitor the ingredients that you're using, I hope this is just encouragement to you that you are not alone. And it can be overwhelming sometimes, but being the home economist is a role that I take seriously in my household. So I just hope that you know that you are not alone in that. And yeah, I'm just so thankful to have you guys here. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please subscribe down below. I would love to have you be a part of this community as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.